Moving on, London Mayor Sadiq Khan could be left red-faced by alleged unlawful ULEZ fines. That's because lawyers reportedly acting on behalf of Dutch lorry firms are challenging penalties worth a whopping 6.5 million quid in the High Court because they claim that the charging zone was not clearly marked and they have been unlawfully issued with fines. If successful, it could see more cases go to court across Europe. And joining us now to discuss this is someone looking to replace Sadiq Khan as London Mayor, and that's the London mayoral candidate for the Reform Party, Howard Cox. Howard, thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a great Christmas. So talk us through this case. It sounds something that Sadiq Khan should be quite worried about.
Yes, it's quite complicated. Good afternoon, Martin. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, the thing is about this is there's all sorts of avenues that the legal our lawyers could go down, or their lawyers could go down. And it's not just about actually being in the ULEZ, the actual finding themselves being fined for being in ULEZ. It's about being sent the actual fines and the reminders that they haven't paid them too late. Also billing them in euros when it should be billed in pounds. All sorts of complex, indications of the fact that ULEZ is a complete mess. And as you quite rightly said just now, it wouldn't surprise me. This opens the floodgates of not just from Europe, but from the UK too, because we know for a fact that most of the ULEZ signs and the LEZ signs, the low emission zone signs, which is made for the truckers, the HGV, are illegal. They're unlawful because you don't know you have to pay anything to enter these zones. So it's going to be very complicated. And I think TfL's lawyers are going to be very, very busy.
And Howard, there's an extraordinary case that came here from the lawyer of the company called Transport in Nude BV, saying that one driver alone was approached with nearly 400 fines at one time because they all arrived en masse on his doormat in one glut. And that was going to be over 400,000 euros. And the lawyers said that would have bankrupted the firm. They should have been sent them earlier because, of course, if they'd have been sent them earlier, they could have modified their behaviour and avoided all the rest. Howard, it looks like they might have a good case here.
I think they have got a good case, and I think it will be thrown out by the High Court in terms of actually any opposition from TfL. TfL will be told, get your act together, because administratively, it's a complete and utter cock-up. I'm hearing it non-stop. I'm hearing people, because one number plate, it's transposed a number, say AB becomes BA, but they still get the fine for someone else's car or van. It is a complete and utter mess. It was introduced rapidly on August the 29th, too quickly. It wasn't tested properly, and the whole thing has become something, well, more than just frustration with the Blade Runners chopping down cameras and all that sort of things. I think he's in for a hell of a time in the 4 months up to the May 2nd election. And watch me, I'll be fighting like mad with them.
And Howard, a lot of people they underestimate motorists at their peril, don't they? How many voters out there are motorists, and how significant could that block be, not just in the mayoralty, but also, we're talking today about tax cuts at the next general election, but there's no tax cuts for motorists on the table.
Well, I did hear, and I always get really excited when I listen to John Redwood, because he's my type of Tory. There's not many of those left, as you well know, Martin. The point is, fuel duty, 37 million drivers in this country. It impacts in every part of every economy, every part of our personal lives, everything about our social lives, our entertainment lives. The whole thing is impacted on the cost of transport. And I'm afraid if he doesn't do something, I'm going to be lobbying very hard. I've been talking to Jonathan Gullis, for example. We're going to lobby hard for a cut in fuel duty. We're going to go big this time, not just for another freeze. We need something significant. And we also need, Martin, that pump watch, the Consumer Price Regulatory Body, which I've been calling for 6 years, and the Competitions and Market Authority agreed it should be in place. Where is it, Martin? Get those in place. That would get 10p off. Get 10p off in fuel duty, 20p. That's something like 10 quid a tank cheaper. Watch the economy go.
Superb. Well, let's hope we can get something like that in the new year. Thank you very much for joining us, Howard Cox, Reform mayoral candidate for London and, of course, founder of Fair Fuel UK. Now, we do have a statement from TfL. A spokesman told the media, we have received a claim relating to penalty charge notices from claimants based in the Netherlands and are considering our response.